Okay, so we're going to talk about the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. It says the Statuary Hall in the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. is a whispering chamber. Its dimensions are 46 feet wide by 96 feet long. Okay, so it's a whispering chamber. So if you know where the two foci are, if you are standing at one, and then you could hear whoever's at the other focus. So I have read in several math books, there was one of the founding fathers knew all this, and I can't remember which one it was, but he knew those properties, so he put his desk at one of the focus points, and then he had put like his enemy's desk, I don't know, people that he wanted to hear what they were saying, at the other focus, and then he could hear like what conversations were and stuff. But anyway, I don't know too much about that, but that's what I've heard. So what they want us to do is they want us to say, what is the standard form of the equation of the ellipse representing the outline of the room? Hint, assume a horizontal ellipse, so a pancake ellipse, and let the center of the room be 0, 0. So we could just make like a coordinate system here. This will be helpful to us. And we know it's 96 feet long. So between here and here, say, is 96 feet. We're going to have the center at the origin. Well, if it's 96 feet for that distance, then half of the distance is here. So that's going to be 48 feet. And 48 feet on the other side. And then for the 46 feet wide, divide that by 2. So it's going to be like 23 feet up here and 23 feet down here. So this is, the Statuary Hall is shaped something like that, and that's what we're looking at. Okay, so but they want the standard form of the equation. So we know the standard form is x squared over a squared plus y squared over b squared equals 1. And so this distance here represents a. A is 48. So we're going to have to square that. A squared is going to be, and we just do that on a calculator, I think it's 2304. So we get x squared over 2,304. And then b is going to be this distance, so b is 23, and b squared is going to be, again, you just get a calculator and square it. I already did that, but 529. And then that would be the standard form of that ellipse centered at the origin. Okay? Now it says, if two senators standing at the foci of this room, so where are the foci? Well, somewhere in here there's one, and somewhere in here there's one. So it says, if two senators standing at the foci of this room can hear each other whisper, how far apart are the senators? So we're trying to figure out this distance here, but first we'll figure out what this is, and that would be c. Okay? So we need to know what c is. C squared is equal to a squared minus b squared. So for us, we get the a and b from the previous problem. C squared is equal to 2,304 minus 529. Oops. 529. Okay. 529. And then I don't remember what that was, but take the square root of that. I'll just do it this way. Oh, it was 1775. I remember now. Should remember that. We were talking about the founding fathers, but a year off. But it was 1775. I'm pretty sure I remember that right. And that is approximately, we're going to the nearest foot. That was about 42 feet. Now that's not going to be the answer because the question says how far apart are the senators. We've just figured that C is 42, about 42. You're going to have to double it because you have one senator here, with his hat, and the other senator's over here with his fancy hat back in the olden days. And so 2 times 42, which is going to be 84, they're about 84 feet apart. Okay. So yeah, interesting acoustical properties for buildings that have an elliptical dome.